Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. So here is the crew here.
Hey, I can't hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The fuck?
No, it's her.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me.
Yes.
You don't have that plugged in the wrong hole there.
I bet I do. No, this is headphones. The fuck? I can't hear shit. Can you talk now?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, there we go. Anyways, apparently my headphones don't want to work this morning, so fuck it.
Welcome to this week's episode.
So, you guys are at the Pans.
Yeah, I competed yesterday. Cammie's here with us. She's Nashville, Tucson Hammonds. She's a white belt. Yeah, you can get in.
Okay. So today you have Michelle that's getting ready to compete. She is
Michelle competes Saturday.
Oh, okay. She's got to check in.
She's going to watch Nathan and Eric from Core.
But she is the 2019 Blue Belt no-gi champ, yes?
Yes.
Shit.
Hey.
Master 1 light feather.
Shit.
Be specific.
Whatever. You're a world champion.
Are you going to be on the podcast, by the way?
I mean, we only put out the sound, basically. Okay. Like, if you re-listen to it, it's just the sound. Okay. But here, we can set this wherever you want. Yeah. That wasn't the best place. But anyway, so let's recap the day yesterday.
For sure.
First things first, I had a really hard time making weight with my gi on.
But she did it like a champion.
I literally weighed in on the money, meeting the exact cap that I so that was hard. That was difficult. The night before, I was still like 3.5 pounds overweight. So I cut a lot of weight. And with IBJJF, you have to weigh in with your gi on, and then you weigh in and you're in the bullpen, which means you're waiting to go compete. So there's not a lot of like rehydration or cutting weight's not smart. So I regret having to do that. But I went out there and I felt like a zombie. But
she still fought good.
I did okay. The score was 2-2. I shouldn't have let this girl sweep me. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't feel very strong. And
then lost ref decision.
The ref decided because it was tied.
So you're the only one in the bracket that didn't get a bye, you and this girl?
Yeah.
So you guys had to fight for basically entry into the bracket.
Basically, yeah.
Do you know why that was?
I don't know. Seeding is a little bit different this year. A lot of times it has to do with your points, but since there's been no tournaments this year, I'm not 100% sure how all of that worked. But the IBJJF has some kind of seeding system that they run, and that's how they decide who gets what.
I see.
How
much weight did you cut?
Like 5 pounds total. So I felt really bad. But I think the decision, like, I know I didn't feel like I did enough to win, but a lot of people wrote me and said that, you know, I like your coffee cup. That the decision could have been mine, I guess. But it sucks. That's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Here is our Pans gold medalist.
Yeah. I was going to have Cammie tell us about her experience.
I got there and I competed.
What weight class?
No, I had to cut maybe a pound. So it wasn't that bad.
She ate donuts before, so
yeah, I ate donuts. I
okay
caved in a couple hours before.
That's okay for her power.
I felt so good after that.
Carb loading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had so much
It
energy.
was a really good experience. I felt very, very good mentally. I've been competing like once or twice a month for the past like 3 months. So I was nervous, but not excessively nervous. So I felt pretty good.
They froze.
Down into my
There.
felt pretty good physically too. And yeah, I just it went very well.
How many matches did you have?
I had 2 matches. It was a 6-person bracket. And I
Okay.
had a tie, thankfully. Yeah, 2 matches. I scored 32 points total. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't win via submission, but I had 2 submission attempts.
Really good ones. Nobody scored on her.
Yeah, nobody scored on me. Crazy. And I won.
I like how Michelle's the cheerleader. She's like, you got to get the facts straight, bitches.
Like, brag on yourself.
Nobody scored on her.
No,
Oh, that's good.
no, nothing.
Good.
Still stoked.
Congratulations. Is there anybody else?
Terribly, because I train in the gi, but not nearly as much as no gi. I train maybe like twice a week. So I thought I was gonna get like mauled, but
It is a different game, but it's also all jujitsu. And
Yeah.
you said you've been competing a lot. I think that makes a huge difference because I know that there's been people that I've lost to that I felt better than, but you just kind of have to get your competition feet under you. Figure out how to compete. It's not just about being good at jujitsu, it's being a good competitor too.
yeah.
And that only
I
comes with
agree with that.
experience and confidence and all of that.
I agree with that. Which is one of the reasons that I like cross training, because sometimes when you go into somebody else's gym, you get those same kind of like.
Yeah, nerves and
Yeah,
stuff.
I think that's helped a lot, especially with Clay's gym, because they have medal matches at the end of
No,
every
yeah,
training
that's always
session.
really good.
And every time I train there, it's like a competition.
It is.
And it helps so much.
Talking about Triangle Academy, Clay Mayfield's.
Mm-hmm.
We enjoy training there to get competition ready. So yesterday there were some other girls from Bluegrass Women's Jiu-Jitsu area, our little, some of the girls we say would be ours. Andrea, she was there yesterday. She won. She went against Samantha Buttrey for their first match. Andrea trains under James Klingerman.
Oh, tall
Her
girl.
name, yep, her last name is very hard to pronounce, so I'm not going to do it.
She said it's the girl who says that she's like a giraffe.
Yes. So she went against Samantha Buttrey from Carlson Gracie, Kentucky, in Corbin. They had a match, and she got triangled. Samantha did by Andrea.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was a really good match to see. And then Andrea ended up losing in the second round of her bracket, but she did pretty well. Lacey Nelson competed yesterday.
Do we know what
Who
she did?
also was in my Artemis bracket last time. Remember Lacey?
Mm-hmm.
She lost her first round too,
Okay.
and then we all kind of lost first round. It was a trend yesterday. I don't know why, but not a lot of us had a good day, but
So Cammy.
it's okay.
Michelle's gonna have a good day.
But I know that a lot of us have not really been training in a gi. I've been competing against these girls in no gi, and I've hosted no gi tournaments, and so I think that may be something to do with it a little bit too. It is different. You can say it's all jiu-jitsu, but
There
to
were
me,
multiple points. Sorry.
you're fine.
I love to put on a gi and like train a little bit, but I hate rolling with motherfuckers in the gi.
I can't stand it. And like I wrote my coach yesterday, and Marissa was like, if you want to continue to do gi, like we need to train more in the gi. I said, no, this was for funsies. This was literally just for funsies. I don't want to do this. Do not take me seriously. I don't care if I ever put one on again.
There were multiple points where, like, if it wasn't in the gi, you easily could have shot it on her.
Yes,
like a single leg or
But
something.
she had my
She had to
collar
grip.
so hard.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just be like, bitch, get off me. But I
could have
couldn't.
easily shot in if there weren't those grips.
Yeah.
That's the game.
And I kept getting like a go behind, but I couldn't go all the way behind because she had my cross collar.
That's the game though. Like I'm starting to put it on like we wore it like on Wednesday, just for the sake of like I went to that Bwjjc tournament and like there's a brown belt girl there, but she's only competing in gi. I'm only doing no gi. So you know, if you want the experience, especially the higher level, the belt level you get, I mean, sometimes you just got to suck it up and not do the fun stuff all the time, you know,
Yeah.
if you want the matches.
Yeah, I was telling pretty much anybody who will listen to this, I'll tell the same stories over and over again. But I had to completely redo my passes this last like week and a half because I didn't know I was competing at Pans originally, and then when I decided to, like, I just kept doing my no-gi passes and kept getting caught in spider or like almost caught in a triangle or swept or something like that because of those sleep grips. So it's just it is a completely different game. You have to worry about. You have to be defensive against so many more things because they can use your clothes against you, not just your body.
Yeah, I get swept a lot easier in the gi than I do in no gi because, like, in no gi, it's like, fuck the sweep, I'm just gonna smash through.
Right. And and you can post, and nobody can grab your sleeve and pull it out from underneath you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically.
But I like the precision I learned. I also prefer no gi, but I do like the precision I learn in the gi. It slows it down a little bit, and you really have to think about a lot. But I have more fun in no-gi. No-gi is fun thing.
I don't like how it slows it down, but I like the I mean, I think it's this thing of like because I think sometimes people think that 10th Planet, like, I'm no-gi. I just love Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I just love jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And so it's a gi or not a gi, or the idea. You just turned off my whole computer with that.
We can still hear you.
I'm back.
Welcome.
Man, I'm bitchy today. It's bad. You just turned off my whole fucking computer. Oh, I've been shitty for 2 days. I don't know what my problem is. But anyways, just to kind of reiterate my point is, like, I just love, like, jiu-jitsu. And while I don't enjoy one as much as the other, like, it's still the learning process.
Yeah.
And I would say, for the sake of self-defense, especially, like, because sometimes people are unclothed and sometimes, they have grips and stuff. Like, it's really good to do both,
Yeah, I'm with you, Gina.
What are you giggling about, Danny?
Because you said
naked.
sometimes people are unclothed.
They are
attackers.
Have you ever seen crackheads walking around shirtless? They do that.
True.
They walk around like with no shirt and like ripped up pants. Listen, I mean, girls are crazy too. Like, girls do crazy shit too. Like, sometimes we see them walking down the street, like. I mean, it's summertime. I guess people get hot.
If this is an audience, people are going to be wondering what kind of gestures you made. Let me just say to the audience, it was lovely. She flashed us.
I have a sports bra and it doesn't count. But I mean, self-defense wise, I think it's good for both. Like, you need to learn how to use clothes, but you also need to learn how, what to do when you don't have the grips. Just for the sake of learning.
They announced yesterday also, while we were at the event, that they're going to do no-gi pans.
When's that?
The 24th of November, 21st of November. You should try to do that. You would get matches. You always talk about not getting matches. You would get, like, you would have a big bracket.
Yeah, we talked about that. It's just I have to get somebody to sign off on me. And then Eddie Bravo's not IBJJF approved.
Yeah.
How do all the 10th Planet competitors get approved then?
We have people like that do both.
Oh, because there's a ton of 10th Planet schools listed.
Yeah, no, like we have people who are like under somebody else as well. But Eddie Bravo, no, you can't sign off on Eddie Bravo can't sign off on anybody.
Isn't your husband, isn't he a black belt under someone else too?
He was under I guess he is, but he is under CSW.
So let's come on.
But they're not IBJJF approved either.
Well, it's in Atlanta, so that's like the cheapest.
Yeah, that's the cool thing too, is Pans is in Atlanta this year.
We have people in our organization, like, all I need, because like, if you're a lower belt, you need more. I forget. We've already looked at it. Like, as a brown belt, I don't need that much to get approval.
Mhm.
So it'd be pretty not easy, but a lot easier for me. But like our lower belts, they need.
Right. It would just be a good. All I'm saying is for you, it's not even as important for y'all's lower belts because they can probably find competition anywhere. But
Yeah.
for you, it's a little bit better because there's a ton of adult or like older female brown belts at these tournaments, especially.
Did
So-
you hear this? Just call me older.
Sorry. Is Scott laughing?
Yes. Oh, breaking me down this morning.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Well, you
Yeah.
plug your headphones in the wrong jack too.
No, I didn't. I swear. It was just like messed up. No, but that is a plan. We were just, we were already talking about that before the great pandemic of 2020.
Yeah.
What we were going to do, and then everything's been so up in the air, and like now suddenly IBJJF is like doing stuff again, so like I think a lot of people are scrambling.
Dude, they posted that next year in 2021 they're gonna allow heel hooks and reaps.
All right.
There we go.
That's
So
great. Watch
Michelle,
it.
you're getting ready.
Gonna be
What?
What?
Michelle's getting ready to check in. What does that include, and like what's going on with that?
What? Wait, what?
You're getting ready to check in, right?
Not. I compete tomorrow.
But you got to check in today at 10.
No, I'm just going to watch teammates at 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
you
mind.
check in right before you compete, and then you.
Yeah.
So what does your bracket look like? This is your
So
first time. Is this your first time competing as a purple belt?
Yes, it is. My very first purple belt match. Yay! I'm competing. I have 5 girls in my bracket. I did not get the bye, so I have to win the medal. And the first person I'm competing against, I've competed against before last year in Atlanta. We competed no-gi, so I'm not really sure what her game is like. But she beat me on advantage last time, and I'm really ready to get that one back. So pretty motivated. And the other girls in my division, I don't know that much about. I sort of looked them up on Flow, but there wasn't really much out there. So I'm just going to fight hard, play my game. My coach will be there this time. He's never coached me in a tournament before. He's always been in Brazil. So I'm going to have Seneca yelling at me from the sideline, telling me, Porra, who's the motherfucker gave you the purple belt? So that'll be really fun. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I knew Seneca was there yesterday because I heard him before I saw him. I literally was walking and I was like, oh, I think I hear him.
Can you, because some people do and some people don't. Like when Scott is coaching, I can hear him plain as day. When Adam is coaching, sometimes I don't hear him. I just tone him out.
I think people in their grave could hear Seneca.
Yeah. I think that's true. I don't know. I've had that experience also. There's just something about some people's tone of voice that just zeroes in right on my ear. Because Nathan Haddad used to coach me in all of my matches, and I could hear, people could be screaming, like the Gracie Baja people could be doing their little chant that they do right next to me. And I could still hear exactly what he was saying. I think he does this voice funnel thing, and he doesn't repeat too much. He just kind of says this like slowly one thing in a very calm and deliberate voice. So I think that kind of has something to do with it.
Yeah, that's what Scott is too. He doesn't scream or yell, and everybody else can be like, ah.
Yeah, so that's it apart.
Hear.
Everybody else is screaming, and then you've got this one voice that's like, okay, now put your hand in the collar. It's like we're doing meditation here. Like, now take your other hand. Please place it on the opposite shoulder. Curl your wrists like a motorcycle.
I can hear him well, and I can also hear frustration. Like I had a match where he was like, I could feel this.
Yeah. I know you can hear when they cut themselves off and the commander like, no, you need to.
You didn't do that.
I couldn't do anything about it. Sorry.
I did my best.
Danny, who was coaching you yesterday?
Nobody.
Me, kind of. And Jade.
Yeah. I don't.
Clay was gonna coach you.
I didn't have a coach yesterday, and that's cool. For most of the IBJJF stuff that I do, actually most of the tournaments that I do lately, I haven't had a coach. So
Do you feel like it would make a difference?
yesterday, yes. Yesterday, 110%, because I was in a state of mind. I I think I was better than the girl that I went against, to be honest with you. But I was very zombie-like from cutting weight and not being rehydrated at all. And I really feel like I would have
Some
been
cues
able
would have
to,
been helpful.
I would have been able to do something more if I would have had one of my coaches.
A little more direction.
Yeah, my
To see
team
the things
isn't
that you
big
can
on LBJGF. My team isn't really big on. They don't travel a whole lot, so I like to travel and compete. So
I think they're a little more. Well, you may agree, a little more MMA oriented.
yeah, my gym is very MMA oriented. Just a little bit different. But it's okay. I'm here. But I definitely know I have to, yesterday, like I said, I came into this just doing it for fun because it is gi. I didn't expect a lot of myself, but I do think I could have beat the girl, so it's frustrating. And the girl that won the whole bracket, I've beat her in no gi. So that's a little also more frustrating. But it is what it is. My next, I think I'm just gonna, from here on out, I'm gonna probably do a lot more no gi, or I'll just keep doing what I was doing. I'm not gonna go back to the gi. I'm not hung up on it. I don't really care that much about it. But I do wanna. I think I'm not gonna compete like I did. I shouldn't have taken the match probably Saturday if I wanted to do well at this tournament. But
I think that match Saturday would have been better placed another week distance.
yeah, it was too soon. Like, it's not even been a week since that match.
Yeah.
And that was a 20-minute long match. And so that was
there.
tough. And it was like not just physically exhausting, but like emotionally exhausting. You know, when you like all that just drains out of you. Yesterday, I had a really hard time getting nervous for my match. Like, I never got the stomach like fluttery, like butterflies like I normally do. Like when I wake up that morning for a match, I never got that way yesterday. And I was trying to make myself nervous, but like I never could get it. And I just don't think like I felt like it was just too close to that match.
To recoup mentally. Yeah.
My
Do you guys
emotion
have
back.
pre-match kind of rituals? Because like I've gotten in a habit of like I got my peppermint and lemon essential oil and I'm gonna sniff it and stupid shit like that. Do you guys have anything like that?
I for a long time with a sports psychologist because competing made me miserable because I could not control my anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked with one for like a year. But one of the things we did was pre-match routines, during match routines, and post-match routines.
Mm-hmm.
I go to bed super early. That's like the main thing I have to do. If I don't sleep, I'm not competing well. And I also do things like I shave my legs, I clip my nails, I wash my hair. I just feel like if my body is under control, then I have very little else to be anxious about. I pack my bag the night before, do some yoga. I eat Greek yogurt and drink a cup of coffee the morning of. And what else do I do? I do some visualizing routines. I watch comedy. I always have to watch comedy. I can't watch anything dramatic because it just amps up my hype level. Yeah, so I'll watch like New Girl and stuff until I compete. And then my warm-up routine, I have to do something really intense. I have to like sprint. I have to roll kind of hard. I have to do something to just not just burn my lungs out physically and get prepared, but get some of that energy out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I just stay distracted. Like I talk to people. I have mental play in my head so I don't think about the matches too much until it's time. You know, when I'm in the bullpen or I'm getting ready to check in or something, then I'm ready for that adrenaline to hit and start powering me up like a little Mario Kart character.
Yeah, hey, that was really hard for me because even when I got in the bullpen, which is where you wait for your matches to be called on, I still didn't feel that energy that I normally feel. So I was like trying to get myself going, but I just couldn't find it. Like it was very difficult.
I feel like I need like a very similar to like what Michelle's talking about. Like I got a lot of that down too. Although I can't get into the whole like shaving my legs and all that kind of stuff because I feel like for a long time in competition, like I would think too much about the look of what I was doing and it was almost distracting to me for like what I was actually doing. So I kind of have like stopped thinking about any of that stuff, but like I need to pace for a good amount of time and warm up, and then go. Then about 10, 15 minutes before go in. And I don't know if you guys get this, but like I think a lot of people would benefit to know like the whole like jerky.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to do that.
Yeah. I think so. I've noticed in training, I do this thing when I'm shaking off stress where I like shake my hands like this. That's me getting rid of whatever stress I had. I think that's really
Me too. With my fingers.
Yeah. Yeah. You can tell if I'm good anxious, I'm doing this. If I'm bad anxious, I've noticed that I'll be like rubbing my thighs. Like that's not good. Somebody needs to pat me on the back. But I think the distraction is the thing. So I focus on the stuff that doesn't really matter because I have to stay distracted or I get too hyped too soon and then I'm exhausted by the time I'm competing. So it's like I'm saving up my anxiety for an appropriate time frame, like just that 1 hour before I compete. Yeah. That's what we really had to find with my sports psychologist. Because I tried all these things where I would do like positive self-talk, that when I was getting anxious and like really directly deal with the doubts and deal with the whatever I was afraid of. But I found trying to direct, like that was it was just like a battle with my head over and over again. Like I'm fighting before I ever get on the mat. So I just had to take that out of the game and just do other stuff. Watch matches, do whatever.
How about you, Cammie? You have a lot of experience.
Yeah, I'm so experienced. What is she asking? What do I do before
A match.
a match?
Yeah, you said you've been competing a lot lately. So that's like 3 or 4 times a month in the last 3 months. So how about you?
Yeah.
What's your
I do yoga for like maybe like 40 minutes before, like in the morning or a couple hours beforehand. Yeah, and I just really try and like get myself confident, and I just keep telling myself like you're gonna smash this girl, and you're like, yeah, I just try to do a lot of like positive self-talk, I guess. And yeah, just tell myself that no matter what happens, if I like give it my all, I'm still proud of myself. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if any other
Nothing
women.
too crazy.
I don't know if any other women are like this, but when I first started competing, I almost felt like I had to acknowledge that I could lose.
It made it, yeah.
To feel humble or to feel like I wasn't like going to get too cocky or whatever, which was never my problem. But I just realized that thinking about the possibility of losing wasn't serving anything other than creating doubt, and I didn't need that. So I had to figure out a way to give myself permission to be like, no, I'm going out there, I'm going to murder her. Like, I'm going to win this, and just like really embrace that confidence. Of course, outcomes are not guaranteed, but you kind of have to go in with it with like the murder mindset.
I think reflecting on like your preparation helps too. Like if you're like, I've prepared for this.
Yes.
Like I think I've worked harder than anyone else. So.
I earned it already. I'm just getting paid.
So that kind of helps create that confidence, knowing that you prepared. And if you didn't, then
that's a different story.
It's a learning experience. Then you'll learn
that you should prepare better.
Yeah, and you won't do it again.
Yeah.
Are you guys staying for everything?
We have to leave Sunday at a 12.5-hour drive. But we will see black belts tomorrow, which is cool. Like first round before everybody loses.
Yeah, one thing we were talking about earlier actually was like I was saying yesterday was white belts, like blue belts and some purple belts, but there was a lot of white belts competing, and kind of something that stuck out to me was Cyborg and Maggie were coaching their white belts like enthusiastically, like right by their side. Like there's not a lot of like of your more popular like coaches like that will stay there and coach white and blue belts and like know them by name, and when they come off the mat hug them and like you can tell they're training together on a regular basis. They know who they are, and like Fight Sports is a big gym in Miami, and like so that kind of resonated with me, kind of made me like, wow, that's really cool that they do that, because you'll see a lot of other famous people walking around and stuff, but you'll see like those coaches will only coach their stars or like their brown belts or black belts or whatever, but they were coaching literally everyone.
And I think there's a sense that some people have where like you compare medals, like some medals matter more than others. And of course, to win like black belt worlds, you had it's a big challenge. But that doesn't mean that the white belt winning yesterday or at a local open or NOG or something, that doesn't mean their medal doesn't matter. Like you had to work, you had to prepare. It was a challenge, And I just so I appreciate when I see anybody cheering as hard for their white belt winning their first match as their star black belt winning
First place.
winning the first place.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
It's just a lot to think about.
I don't know. Like, I guess
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't have a response. Like,
it's more pungent in the I never really noticed it until I went to an IBJJF, because at regular tournaments you don't ever see Keenan Cornelius, Christian Womency, and Cyborg
catch my
and
Uber, so
okay.
Now.
Yeah, and everybody, all those
bye.
all those coaches, you don't hardly see them at one tournament ever, except for an IBJJF like World Championship or a PANS or something like that. So you'll notice those higher, like those more famous coaches and stuff. Even like when what's his name? Oh my God, Boogeyman. He'll sit there and sideline some people, but it's like you'll notice who they're flocking to, even if they have other team members there.
right.
And so it's nice, it's refreshing to see how enthusiastic that Cyborg and Maggie are for even just their white belts.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because, like, yes, for us it would be normal. We would definitely coach our white belts, but it's just a different, they know that they are where they are. And everybody wants to take pictures with them and blah, blah, blah. So it's just different.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with the coaches that don't, because how many people quit after, white belt?
I mean,
blue
that's true,
belt?
but a lot of people quit for that reason.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. I don't know why people quit.
I know that I wouldn't be so interested.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of been on both sides of that. Like,
or as important.
I've been on that thing of like, man, I'm just like cheering these people on and like, come on, and they quit long before I ever did, and then they're like, well, you quit being there for me, and I'm like, no, you quit long before I did. So it's kind of a tough situation, because like
it's one of those things. Like, after I remind myself, even at my regular job, is like what I feel most like I can compare it to. I see people every single day that do not give a fuck about their oral health, okay? And every single day I have to preach the same things to them about their oral health. Sometimes I see this patient over and over again, and we have to go over the same things. But that is what I signed up for. And as a coach, I feel like that's what you sign up for also. So, like, just because I told you this 20 times, like, this is what you're paying me for. This is what we're doing. So I'm going to keep encouraging you, and I'll be there to coach you on the sideline if you are putting it all out there. I don't care so much about the gym. Sometimes whatever happens in your gym is your business. But if we're at a tournament and you don't have a coach on the sideline and your coach is just busy taking photos with someone or doing nothing else but walking around, and they can't take the time to come over and coach you, then I feel like that is a problem.
Maybe so. Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
that
would depend on the situation too, because like, what if you got somebody who like they entered the tournament kind of, but they haven't been training like they're supposed to.
Right.
I don't know. It's definitely a situational thing.
Yeah. Just with those superstar, I say superstar in quotes. We all know they're regular people, but you know how it is. Those people, sometimes it's like they just feel like they're too good to be coaching on that end of the mat.
Maybe so. I don't know.
That is what it is. But, well, we're going to get ready for our day. We're going to go to the beach, actually, and then me and Cammie we're going to go train with Josh Leduc. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have fun, and thanks for coming on.
He told me I need to lose weight because I'm not Gabby Garcia. So...
That was hateful.
So I have to go beat his ass or something.
All right. Well, congratulations to Cammie on your win. And then you guys have a good day and wish Michelle good luck for us.
You too. Bye, guys.
See ya.
See ya.